Within my last few videos, I've actually brought up the possibility of Lucy having a run-in with none other than Zeref Dragneel, as opposed to having a run-in with Natsu and Gray. Now, within the recent chapter 506 of Fairy Tail, we witnessed Urza break up the Natsu versus Gray fight. So, in my personal opinion, the way I see it is that I see that there's no reason why Lucy should actually end up having a run-in with Natsu at this point. And as well, for plot purposes, the plot would get some exponential development, in my personal opinion, if Lucy ran into something like Zeref as opposed to Natsu and Gray, seeing as she has really no reason to be there in the first place now that Urza has stopped the fight. Now, for starters, with the recent chapter of Fairy Tail, I'm really beginning to question where we go from here. Within the final panel, we actually saw Natsu in what seems to be a normal state, to say the very least. But at the same time, if he is in a normal state right now, that makes no sense whatsoever. We have to remember that E.N.D was beginning to take over and that E.N.D began as a tumor. And a tumor cannot be affected by an outside force, in this instance being resembled as Urza. So, I'm not too sure if Natsu's E.N.D transformation has subsided or not. But if it hasn't, then I do believe that Urza will be a good enough distraction to Gray where Natsu will be able to actually close off the Natsu versus Gray fight. Now, I doubt Gray will die. I just really think that Natsu will probably get a cheap shot on Gray to just close off the fight. From here, I doubt that he would hurt Urza as well. If it's not already obvious, Natsu's actually having a mind battle of sorts with E.N.D, if you want to call it that. And I feel as if at this point he has just enough control to assure that E.N.D doesn't do any harm to Urza. From here, I believe that we'll actually get to see Natsu go straight after Zeref, seeing as the books of Zeref are programmed in such a way where when they tap into their ethereal forms, they seek their creator, who is none other than Zeref. And if it is already obvious, E.N.D, the book of E.N.D, is one of the books of Zeref. Now, backtracking to the beginning of this video, I believe that Lucy will have a run-in with Zeref as opposed to Natsu. But once Natsu has his run-in with Zeref, I believe that he will actually see Lucy with Zeref. And if he sees Lucy, it is very obvious that Lucy will be questioning what exactly is wrong with Natsu. Like, last time I saw you, you were unable to move and you were basically chained to a chair. Now you're just this full-blown fucking demon? Like, what? But nevertheless, this is what I believe could actually be the catalyst to an E.N.D versus Lucy fight. Now, I'm not talking about a fight that resembles that of Natsu versus Gray. I'm actually thinking this would be more or less a fight where Lucy's trying to get Natsu to return to his senses in a way. Now, if this fight were to actually take place, I do believe that's highly likely that E.N.D could actually harm Lucy really, really badly. At this point, I feel as if within the mind battle with E.N.D and Natsu, I believe that E.N.D will have enough control to where Natsu won't really be able to have really any say over what happens with his body, and that if Lucy goes in to try and snap Natsu out of his demon form, Lucy will never end up getting hurt in return and getting really, really badly injured overall. Now, this would just be an absolutely insane fight, to say the very least. I don't really know what Zeref will be doing during this instance, though. Maybe Zeref could be working alongside with E.N.D to get rid of Lucy, seeing as he wants E.N.D to target him rather than Lucy, and Lucy's kind of like, I guess, you know, a deterrent in a way. I don't know. There's so much to this fight, but in my opinion, this would be really slightly overkill for Lucy if Zeref were to, I guess, you know, jump into the mix. But that's going to do it for today's video. Tell me in the comment section below, do you guys believe that Natsu could fight Lucy in his E.N.D form? Don't forget to leave a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't. Peace.